Hey guys, today we're going to turn this baby alive into Branch from the Trolls movie. We're going to make the happy version instead of the gray and gloomy version because the happy version is my favorite. That's the one I like, and I think that's the one we're going to make today. First, I painted the doll a teal color to match Branch's skin tone. Then I painted his eyes blue. I painted on his troll-shaped blue nose, and I gave him dark blue eyebrows. Since I was still waiting for paint to dry on Branch, I used my Moana Baby Alive doll to make a vest for Branch. I folded a piece of green felt in half twice, then I cut out the shape of the vest. I unfolded it and cut it down the center. Then I sewed the sides. Next, I used a Sharpie to draw on the lead pattern. For Branch's shorts, I painted the Baby Alive stretchy shorts brown. Then I cut out different shades of green pieces of felt and glued them on the shorts for patches. Then I just had to add the blue troll's wig and we have Branch. I think he turned out amazing and he still actually functions like he should. He still eats. I think this is an amazing art doll. I love how it turned out. I love that I'm adding it to my Trolls collection. I have so much fun making these, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Now on to our next project. Hey guys, today we are going to customize an Ever After High doll to look like one of the aliens from the Toy Story movies. I have Faybelle Thorne here. She's the daughter of the Dark Fairy, and we're going to turn her into an alien girl mashup. So let's get started. First, I cut off all her hair. We want her to be as bald as possible, so I really tried to cut as close to her scalp as I could to really get as much hair off of the doll. I could pull the hair out by the roots, that's true, but that one really hurts my hands, and number two, it's really not as easy or as fast as you think. Plus, I'm just going to be covering her head with clay anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Next, I covered her head with air dry clay. This took several different coats, waiting for it to dry and then putting on a new coat, and I used water to smooth it out to try to get her head as smooth as possible. For her alien antenna, I just used a toothpick with a bead on the top. I put it on her head, secured it in place with some air dry clay, and when it was dry, it was secured in place. Next, I used a small beauty blender to paint her skin and the antenna green. In case you don't know, I've been using beauty blenders to customize my dolls. The paint goes on so smoothly and it almost looks like it's airbrushed when you're done. I really enjoyed this method much more than using a paintbrush because with a paintbrush you often get those brush strokes and you don't with a beauty blender. Especially in your final coats, you can put it on so smoothly, it just turns out perfectly. Now you can't just use any sponge because some sponges are kind of rough. You have to use a sponge that's made for makeup. And then your paint will go on really, really smooth. You'll love it. There are a bunch of people on YouTube who recommend this as an alternative to airbrushing, and I think they are spot on this because it looks really good in the end and you don't have to spend all that money to buy an airbrush. You also don't have to buy an expensive beauty blender for this. You can use any brand that you want. I'm just using a Walgreens brand makeup sponge here, so it doesn't really matter, just as long as it's made for makeup. I want her to have 3 eyes, just like the alien, but I wanted them to be the shape of an Ever After High doll's eyes. So I used a pencil to try to sketch out where the eyes should be. Since I was going to paint over this anyway, I really didn't care about the pencil marks. Then I began filling in the white parts of her eyes. Trying to get the right eye shape was kind of difficult because I was working with the bridge of her nose, and so there were these curves and indents, and also her other two eyes were kind of off to the side and not where they should be, so I kind of struggled a little bit. I also tend to be slightly messy when I'm doing my first draft of eyes or any kind of facial feature, but I go back over it later with whatever the skin tone is that I'm using, and I even it out. I usually go back and forth a bunch of times until it looks right. But right now, I'm just trying to build up that white color so that the white is solid and the green behind it isn't showing through. I went around the outside of the eyes with some green skin tone again, just to try to even them out and make them look okay, and I still wasn't quite happy with them. So while her eyes were drying, I went on to painting on her lips. I actually went back over it to give it some depth with some black, so you'll see that later, and unfortunately, of course, I didn't get the video footage. I don't know what happened. But later on, you'll see her lips have some black tones to them, and yeah, that's what happened. I outlined her eyes with the same dark green that I used on her lips, which seems kind of weird when you think about it, because you wouldn't use your lipstick color on your eyes, generally speaking. I mean, maybe sometimes you would, but very rarely. But I kind of wanted all of her features to just be the same shades of green. And I wanted her to kind of look cartoony, I guess. But kind of like an Ever After High doll. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know. Then I used the green skin tone to erase it, because eyes are a very, very hard thing for me to paint. And then I drew them back on, and this kind of went back and forth for a very long time, longer than I'd like to admit. I just kept changing and rechanging the eyes and trying to get them as best as I could. It is a lot harder than you might think to fit 3 eyes on a 2-eye person's head. Finally, I just decided to move on to drawing in the eyeballs. I used an emerald green metallic paint to make her eye color. And I really love using metallic colors for eyes because then it gives them some depth, some shine. It looks like they're a little wet, kind of like, you know, eyeballs really look. And yeah, I like it. Then I drew on eyelashes, which I promptly removed. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Why did I keep going? Time to erase it. I outlined her eyes in dark green. I added the black pupils to her eyes. I added green eyelids. And then I outlined her eyes in black. Then I gave her black eyelashes. To make her ears, I drew out the shape on a piece of foam. I cut that out. Made a duplicate. And then hot glued them onto her head. Then I painted them the same green color as her skin tone. and touched up the back of her head a little bit. Now it's time for her dress. I have this really cute Barbie skirt that I think looks really space-agey and maybe just a little bit like something an alien would wear. It even goes off to one side a little bit. I think it's kind of cool. Because Barbie is a completely different shape than Monster High dolls, this fit her well as a dress. I painted on 3 green eyebrows because 1 seemed like it wouldn't work and 2 seemed like it wasn't enough. So I settled on 3. And that's it! Now we have a Monster High Toy Story Alien Mashup Girl. I don't know what you'd call this. An alien girl hybrid. For now, guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and let me know what you want to see next. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.